फोरम फॉर डेमोक्रेसी एंड कम्युनल अमिटी की जानिब से कर्नाटक में होने वाले असेंबली इंतखाबात के पेश नज़र वोटर अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम का इनेकाद किया गया, जिसमें कई अहम शख्सियात ने रियासत के सियासी हालात पर बहस की। इंतखाबात में किन पार्टियों को चुना जाए ताकि मुल्क और रियासत में फैली पोलराइजेशन की आग को बुझाया जा सके। क्रिमिनल, कम्यूनल और डिविजिव एजेंडा पर काम करने वाली पार्टियों को इख्तिदार से कैसे दूर रखा जाए, और सबसे अहम ये कि इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव से एहतसाब का मुतालबा किया जाए। इजलास का एक अहम मौजू ये भी रहा कि अवाम इन सियासी पार्टियों का सपोर्ट करें जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल और डेमोक्रेटिक वैल्यूज़ की कदर करें और उन्हें बरकरार रखने के लिए कोशिशें करें। और इस सिलसिले में अवाम को भी अपने किरदार का जायज़ा लेना ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि जमहूरियत और आइन का तहफ़्फ़ुज़ अवाम की भी ड्यूटी है।
We've reached a moment of crisis that unless people as citizens come forward and reclaim democracy, we are only going to lose much of what we have. So I think this is the moment for us to see how we can participate, engage in and hold our representatives accountable. There are many ways, for example, to not only follow on events, but to engage with processes of democratic building, but also to make sure that parties nominate the right people to the elections, give tickets to the right people. But by also making sure that transparency, decentralized democracy functions, public institutions, especially health and education, are open, free to all and have high quality. We also need to make sure that violations of constitutional principles are not taken, are not easily allowed. As for example, there is such a culture of impunity that the rule of law and order be implemented, and no longer can we see not only the public sphere, but the functioning of our institutions cannot be held hostage to such, non-secular, undemocratic ideas.
I think a large number of Indians, a large number of voters have no idea about all the ramifications that must be taken into consideration. Today people are casting their votes based on caste, on language, on religion, and this is unacceptable, because we are talking of India as the mother of democracy, and what we are not doing is allowing that democracy to flourish. Today we spoke about the EVMs, the VVPATs, and the question that was asked is, are people voting or are missions voting? Are people counting or are missions counting these votes? Because at the end of the day, a lot of rules are being passed that is making executives, and all of this supersedes we the people who gave ourselves this constitution, we the people who are actually giving our sovereignty to a candidate for 5 years, but yet these candidates treat us like gulams. They think that they are the hegemon, and this was discussed here today. So what we are looking at today is, can there be a movement of voter citizens, a movement where citizens become aware, educated, and remember that it is in our hands to ensure that the democratic principles, ideals are upheld, and this democracy and democratic principles, ideals can be upheld only when democratic institutions and values are constantly promoted, and we must hold our elected representatives accountable for all of this.
Yeah. So this was a program in order to create voter awareness about the coming Karnataka election, and to make them aware about the divisive kind of agenda where instead of democratic values and the rule of law, patronage politics, a culture of patronage politics is gaining upper hand, and where elected representatives are a law unto themselves. So we want to create awareness among voters that before they vote, they have to think of all these things and not vote for parties that propagate a hate agenda, hate speech, divisive politics and polarizing in the name of communal issues. and that we need to demand accountability from our elected representatives about how well they have fulfilled the basic needs of the citizens.